not many martial arts have the level of systemization that karate does, and also the evolution of it being applied for different outcomes, for different purposes. So it's a bit like a Swiss Army knife, right? Karate. It can be anything to anybody, almost. You know, you've got this core of, you know, what we recognize as like, oh, that's karate. And some of it is what we visually see, you know, wearing dogis, being in a dojo, belt system, that stuff. But also, you know, if someone does this, you're like, that's karate, you know. You know, someone does this, you're like, that's karate, right? It's not judo, it's not BJJ, it's not kickboxing, etc., etc. Yeah. So we do have this sort of Swiss Army knife of martial arts, and it includes everything, right? It includes everything from striking arts, grappling, gripping, throwing, and also, and we'll see a little bit of this, and you see it more in the older kata, attacking the actual nervous system. Yeah, so what we would say would be a higher level of sophistication when it comes to dealing with violence and with an aggressor. But at the same time, you know, it forms an excellent system for teaching children to become a bit more physically fit, a bit more emotionally courageous, a bit more, you know, confident. So it is this fantastic, you know, Swiss Army knife, and I think that's the reason why it's so popular and probably will continue to be very popular. Interestingly, other systems that systemize themselves very well seem to do very well, such as BJJ. Yeah, and judo did, except that it sort of, I think judo's lost its way somewhat, and that's become, pretty much every judoka I speak to is like, I want to get into the Olympics. Like, well, if that's now what judo, the point of judo has become, then you've lost the appeal to everybody else, right? So.
How many, compared to like wrestling or when you watch how many countries actually enter the judo Olympics, it's insane. There's probably no other martial art.
Well, this is true. Yeah.
So its appeal is, even though it doesn't look that appealing, if you go to like a BJJ gym or you go to an MMA gym, there's always like judo guys there.
This is true. This is true. Judo remains one of the best entry points to grappling, definitely. One of the safest and one of the best entry points to grappling arts in general. There's no question about that. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the bigger question about the connection between kata and you know, understanding the fundamentals of what we do is not a simple answer to that, right? In that there is no definitive, you know, this is how you do kata and understand kata, you know, textbook. There's been lots of good attempts at that, and not just recently, but even going back, you know, 100 years. You know, there were people that were analyzing kata and giving us sort of, you know, a guidebook or almost like a decoding, a way to decode kata. I forget his name right now. It was a Japanese martial artist, but yeah, back in around the time of Mabuni Kenwa and Funakoshi, people were already starting to try to codify how to decode kata. Yeah, so you can look at that from a mechanical perspective, right? So, you know, a certain technique, if it looks like a punch, it probably is a punch. But then there's other possible. If you see techniques where there's one hand on another, yeah, usually that can be fairly reliably decoded as your hand onto the opponent's hand, for example, or onto the other person's hand. When we work angles, you know, the kata embusen gives us angles. Those are the angles of approach or receiving vis-a-vis the other person, right? So we need to, when we start to apply that, kata starts to make a lot more sense. If we're moving at a 45-degree angle, that's actually us, reorienting ourselves at 45 degrees to the person that's coming into us, for example. Those are really important, I think, basic principles that you can use to decode kata. But the truth is that we have a very eclectic bunch of forms, you know, coming from all kinds of different places and different people at different periods of time. We're going to look at Wanshu and Goju Shiho today. Wanshu is an old kata, yeah? And one of the interesting things that we can do, and we'll do a little bit, let's say, to speculate even how the differences in what people wore in Japan and Okinawa 100, 200, 300 years ago, you know, will have affected the way that they defended themselves. that's interesting. It's really kind of interesting historical speculation. At the same time, though, I honestly think the only reason that kata really persist is if they've if they're still relevant and useful today. You know, there's probably been hundreds or thousands of forms produced, yeah, but there are only a few that persist. Even when I've been in Okinawa, I've seen 1 or 2 forms lost. Somebody made a form, mainly for them, but nobody else was interested enough in it to keep it. So it's gone. Right? But some forms persist. You know, Seisan, Wanshu, now our Pinan katas, our Fukyu katas, Pasai, yeah. And then we go to things like Suparempe, you know, Kururumfa, right? These katas persist, and the reason for that, again, you can find many reasons, but at least one reason is they continue to have some relevance. You know, we continue to look at them and go, yeah, I can draw some self-defense guidance, some self-defense inspiration. Or perhaps they're beautiful, they're aesthetically beautiful, and so they persist in competition. Yeah, but I would say aesthetically beautiful kata don't persist necessarily for a very long time. I think there has to be something more intrinsically in the kata that's useful for it to persist through, because competition and changes over time. You know, you go back again 50 to 100 years, there wasn't a competition format like the ones that we have today, for example. And 50 years from now, again, it might be quite different. So, okay, but how do we decode kata reliably is I think, honestly, it's one of the biggest challenges of karate practice. But in a way, also, we're sort of blessed by having that, because if we knew all the answers, you could learn karate and then move on. Right? Like you can learn, I'm going to gross oversimplification, you can learn to play tennis. You get to a certain level and you can move on, because you've learned tennis, right? It's a little bit different with... Yeah. You know, there's always going to be another level, but you know, once you've got it, right? But it's really hard to say I've learned karate. Yeah, it's like saying, I always use the analogy. It's like saying I learned cooking, which implies like all of it. You can say you can cook. That's fine. That's fair enough. You can be a very good cook, a competent cook. Yeah, but to kind of say you imply that you've learned all of it, you know, it's ridiculous, right? So, and I feel it's kind of the same with karate, because it's such a broad body of knowledge. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit warming up. Yesterday we did a lot of Hojundo, so this is a bit stiff. So actually I think what we're going to do, and this is Becca's suggestion, a very good suggestion, we're actually going to do a little bit warming up using the exercise bands. Okay? So let's just do a bow movement to begin with. Hi. So, Kyossuke. Otogani de onegaishimasu. Okay, so let's break out the exercise bands and we'll do so take those and hand them out, please.
Hand them off?
Yeah. There we go. In the end. Probably enough for everybody. We're going to mainly work in pairs, actually. Let's get a couple of small ones here. Okay. All right, good. We'll put these down over here.
You got me.
So actually what we'll do to start with is we're all going to work here. Okay. So just want to illustrate exercise you can do by yourself. Yeah. So you can secure the band, and we're just going to work extension first. This is the equivalent to the Naihanchi position. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So just warming up. This one, okay, and then we'll pivot round, do the other side. Try and keep that base. Yeah. Okay. So, and you just, obviously, those are going to be hardest. These are going to be easiest. And Beth, you've got the one that's good for you. So just anchor to the post. We can work in all directions. Yeah. Yeah. You can use this one too, Dan. Come over here. Yeah. こっちで anchor していいよ。ここ. We can work in これでもいいし. Yeah. Can work in 4 directions from this one. Yeah. 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 Anchor it at like this one. You want it at 中段. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Beth, you can come over here. Oh, you okay? Great. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine too. That's all good. It's all good. Okay. Yeah. So. You're right, Emerson. You can come over here too, but it's okay. All right. So yeah, just we're going to do 10 reps. This is you just go at your own pace. Yeah. Just stretch. It's knee, sam, shi, go, rock, shich, hatch, Q, Ju, and then turn. Starting position, start with a little bit of tension. Yeah. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, shich, hatch, Q, Ju. Good. Gyakuzuki position. Okay, stretch. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hatch, Q, Ju, and pivot around other side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hatch, Q, Ju. Good. Okay. Jinzuki from the front, back to the hip. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hatch, Q, Ju. Right. Good. And pivot. Right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hatch, Q, Ju. Good. Okay. Are you okay? All right with that band? Yeah. Okay with the band. Good. All right. So one more time, run that sequence. Just run it in your own time. Okay. Naihanchi, Gyakuzuki, Jinzuki. Yeah. Use it as a stretch. Right? It's. Nice, good stuff. Okay, work the legs a little bit. Just bring the bands down. If you can anchor them a little lower. Beth, you can come and anchor over here. Yeah. Dan, you can just work here. No, you can anchor here. Look, you can use this angle here. That's all good. Yeah. Yep. So. Yeah, so first just getting a feel for the balance and the pull, just stepping. There you guys are good. Just stepping, pushing forward. You want to practice your toe kick, yeah? So. Okay, so yeah, front kick. So. So a simpler one, this one. So. Bring it like we did in our warm up. Try and bring the sole of the foot to the opposite knee. Yeah. Sole of the foot to the opposite knee. Fighting the kettlebells. So. これが一番難しい。そうですわ。まあ a long way. Yeah. そう。Good. Okay. Just leave those. You can leave them as they are. It's fine. We'll come back to tidy them up later on. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of kakie, pushing hands practice. So Vince, if I can borrow you. はい、お願いします。So, relaxed practice to start with, yeah? Right side forward, okay? Kind of not far away, yep. This close, cross hands. Basically, I'm going to push like nukite. When I receive, I'm going to receive like sotuke, haito sotuke. When I push, it's nukite. When I receive, here. Try to avoid doing this, yeah? Don't pull your elbow back behind your body too much. Try to avoid being closed down here, yeah? So I push, receive, yeah? So on the pushing phase, I give the energy and then I receive. Okay, you don't need to pull them back. They're giving you energy, right? So. Good. So they're pushing nukite into the shoulder. Push. Nukite shoulders. I have basically two options, right? I can push it off angle, or I can move the target out of the way. Yeah, or you can do both of those things. Yeah. So my knees are soft. Yeah, so again, your legs are working. Yeah. So. Okay, when we get tired, we change. Other side. Okay, you discuss. Okay, so find a partner. Thank you. And off we go. 2, 4, 6. Eugene, you brought me. Okay, so start on the right. When you get tired, change to the left. Yeah? Same sides.
Still doing the tongue, aren't I, Becca?
Yeah,
I stop now.
it's fine.
Nice.
I'm suffering, James, after you guys.
Okay, yame, otogani ne. Okay, new partner. No, okay, so this is an important point. We're not using gyakuzuki position here. This is also important. We're lining up the body behind the front hand. Imagine you're using a spear. Everything lines up behind it. Yeah. So no, at the moment, don't use sort of a gyaku position. Use a forward position, right? Okay. Right. Yes. So. Yeah. Push. Yeah. And receive. Yeah. Good. Good. So don't lean back too much on the rear leg because you can be off balance that way, right?
Throwing off my center.
So when the energy comes in, you receive it, yeah? Rather than going back, easiest to allow it to go past you. Yeah. You can put structure in place, push as hard as you can. You can put the structure in place, which is actually a pretty good structure, because the harder you push, the more you should just slide past. Yeah. So if you want to protect this target, right? So. Yeah. Yeah. So get your elbow in, push through here. Yeah. So mind your balance. Yeah, balance.
Nice test.
Okay, change. Push. Yeah, push. Okay, bend your knees.
Do I need to rotate my...
Your feet don't need to move, but it will help you to have a loose hips and knees. So. Push. So. Okay, good. Thank you. Hi, Emmy. Hi, good. Okay. I was kind of tired, right? Okay. So. Some of us were using muscle, that's okay, right, we're going to warm up. But the point about this is we're trying to learn structure. Like when we talked about the Makiwara yesterday, we're training structure, yeah? So we want to train structure, right? And one of our, in Shorin-ryu karate, this forward structure is a really fundamental structure. We see it in kata like this, we see it in kata like this. Obviously, we see it here. The hikite is more of a modern way of standing, but generally the hands are forward, right? We see it in shuto, meotode, yeah, as I said, nukite, etc. So we want to learn to make this a really strong structure, but at the same time, not stiff and rigid. Yeah. So when I've got my structure, I want that to be I want that to be really strong. Yeah. And the stronger he pushes, the more he should just go around the structure. Yeah. Yeah. Go around the structure. So this is like a wedge. Yeah, like a wedge, right? He's going to go that side of the wedge, or if he was on the outside, he would go that side of the wedge, right? Yeah. So we want to kind of learn to have that wedge, to own that wedge. Yeah. When we receive, yeah, then we're sort of receiving on our terms. Yeah. We can choose, therefore, he's pushing, but we can choose how much sort of resistance and give. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, how much resistance and give we can give. And the more energy he gives, the more we can give back. Yeah? And where do we store it? We don't store it up here, we store it down here. Yeah, this is like where the battery is. Yeah? well, it's more like a capacitor if we're going to be honest, but yeah, it's energy coming in and we give it back out again. If this is stiff and rigid, then two things happen. One, we just get pushed over. Yeah? We talked about yesterday how if the head, this is your stack, your central stack, and if the head gets pushed off the center line, then the body starts to follow, right? That's how we lose balance. When we want to, and then the last technique we did a day yesterday, yeah? If you take somebody's head off their stack, they're really easy to take down and off balance, right? Yeah, so yeah,
No structure.
no structure, right? And then you can see immediately that's what the problem is with no structure. Yeah? If that's your structure, I push and I end up over there, yeah? Yeah, and this one here, yeah? Yeah, so pushing, nukite, yeah? Receiving, as soon as you feel the pressure come back, yeah, just this, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. As soon as you feel the pressure come back, yeah. Now, be careful not to pull back, because again you've lost your structure. All right. As soon as you feel push, yeah. Now the stronger I push, the more I go past. Yeah, because he's protecting that line there. Yeah, I might try and snake my way in, whatever, but I'm compromising my structure now, right? Yeah. When I'm pushing, and this, of course, it's all analogous to the punch coming. Yeah. Punch is coming, same structure. Same structure, right? Kakie is just this slowed down and made safer, right? And where we can feel what's happening. So when I'm pushing, so what we'll do now is yeah, first when we do this, we can aim for the shoulder. Now, I want you to aim for this center line, yeah? It just means just a hand on the chest, okay? No punching or hitting, just hand on the chest, okay? Yeah. So now you should be able to feel then when you can take their balance, take their center line, yeah? But it will work better if you're relaxed. If you muscle it, you'll get tired really quickly. That's the thing with it, right? Okay, so new partners, hey, change partners, yeah. Oh, eso es. Right. So good. So I've got to here, but you're not over yet. You want to make a small circle pivot in your hips. Yeah. Yeah. So it's mainly me. It's mainly me, to be honest.
Me too.
Yeah. Right. So you're attacking to my center, right?
Out of the way without pushing back.
You can actually help. You can use against somebody that's bigger and stronger than you. It's natural to use too, right? So push. Yeah. You can use the movement of both hands to give yourself. Again, it's like this wedge, right? Soft. Yeah. Push. Back it close down. Then I want to use this small circle I can make with my hip. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's good. Yeah. So as long as you keep this, you can apply leverage, right, around.
How do you keep more weight on the front foot as you're doing that? Because I feel like sometimes I'm getting here.
So this one is going 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's moving in a circle and back, a circle and back, a circle and back.
I'm circling the same way.
Yeah. Inside to outside. Other way. Inside to outside. So when you receive inside, inside, and then give back
Oh.
outside. Yeah, in,
Oh. Okay, I feel that. I get more weight on the front foot.
yeah.
Oh.
I sometimes feel like people are not really doing just soft practice. It's either that or somebody's got a bad cold. Okay. Okay. Dan, can I work with you? Yeah. So, it's really important that you engage and use your legs and your hips. I think this is the wedge, yeah, but the wedge sits on top of your base, yeah. And if you don't use this, which is the strongest part of your body, then you're just going to rely on your upper body strength. And you might be big and strong in your upper body, but everybody burns out, right? Everybody's strength will give out. If you come up against somebody bigger and stronger than you, then you're in trouble straight away. If you're just relying on your upper body strength, right? So, Vince was asking, and it was a really good question, so how do we use the legs then? And what I want to say is there's a circular motion, yeah, circular motion like this, particularly the front leg, right? Such that when I receive, I'm coming in, but then I always give back, yeah, always give back. Yeah, so it's like I said, like a capacitor, energy in, energy out. Yeah, and the bigger the charge you put in theory, the bigger the charge you should get back, right? Yes, you did. Yeah. Thank you.
What did you say it was like?
Capacitor, like a battery.
Yeah, no, I understand the word.
The difference between a capacitor and a battery is, capacitor, the energy comes in and you tend to use it straight away, right? So it's high voltage, high charge, and you give it back. So when you've got overwhelming power coming here, try to maintain that stack such that you receive and then give back. Yeah? Yeah. Push.
Yeah, so does your opposite shoulder kind of move towards the outside of his elbow when you extend?
This one to here? Yeah, pivot. Pivot, yeah. So I use this instead of this happening, right? Again, if we were thinking about this like a punch, yeah, better that the punch misses, right, than it misses this way and then bang, 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 keeps going, right? So I want to learn to slip that. And if I keep my... So Dan actually has an advantage here because he has better levers. He's strong and his levers are closer to him. Like my levers are longer and he's actually, his center of gravity is lower as well. These are all advantages, and Dan's a very strong guy anyway, right? So I really have to use my structure. If I make a mistake on my structure, I get closed down. So I've got to keep this. Yeah, I can't compromise this wedge.
Is the motion that he's giving you, is you receiving it and continuing that energy important? Because every time I slow it down or try to pause for a second, I feel like I get stuck in the middle.
Yeah. I think it's better to let the energy slip past you than get stuck. Like I say, the analogy being punch coming, this, right? Okay, I didn't get hit, but boom, I'm set up, as opposed to this. Okay, maybe I've got a chance to go and get out of there, or hit him in the back of the head, right? If I get behind him, right? So, again, this is quite characteristic of Shurite karate, And I think it's part of it's a smart thing to do. There's no question about that. But also I think it's part of the heritage that shurite comes from definitely from a warrior class that use weapons. Yeah, so if you're using a spear or a sword, right, you don't stop those things. You get out of the way. Yeah, you get out of the way. Yeah. So if we look at our shapes, these are weapons. These are weapons holding shapes, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to try and stop that. Yeah, I'm going to get that out of the way. Where's the safe? If I think about this, right? Where's the safest place for me to be, right? Is here. Yeah. Okay. That's the best place for me to be. Where's another safe place for me to be? Dan, go to hit me. Right? It's between him and the weapon. Now, you can't do much with that weapon right now. Yeah, but it's hard to, yeah, you can do that. And actually, so this is why the Kobudo competition the other day, the Kobudo competition was fantastic. Because you could kick and you could punch. Yeah? Yeah, so once the weapon became useless, boom, 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 boom.
First person to let go
Yeah,
and throw a punch.
yeah, yeah. Really, really interesting. But yeah, like I say, this is kind of, our shurite strategy, I think, is very much derived from the weapon strategy, You can't stop weapons, you have to, the person behind, you have to move around and use the angles against them. So, thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Good, so eating into our time. But kake practice, really, really good practice, even just as a warming up exercise.
Was it in shurite?
Actually, no, not much. It mainly derives from the Goju-ryu tradition, from the Nahate tradition, which goes back more to the Chinese martial arts, right? And so you see it in Tai Chi and other Chinese arts, Bagua. Yeah. Now, there was a tradition of what they called kakidameshi, or kakidi. Yeah. It was talked about more as a sparring tradition. Yeah. So kakidi would be like you start here and then. This would be the start position would be this, as opposed to this. Yeah, you'd start here so that we're in range, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm trying to, like kakidi. So you actually start from the cross hands position. Yeah, and that's once you're a little bit familiar with kakie, this is a good next level. Yeah, next step, kakidi. T is hand, right? Kake as kake wa ko, yeah. Hook, like hooking or pulling. Yeah, so like hooking hands, basically, with the closer translation. Yeah. Yeah. Kake, yeah. So like hooking. Yeah. But So once you're used to kake and you're working with someone who's got a little bit of control. Not going to get smacked in the face straight away. Then you can work that. I think it's a very, very good practice. And if you look at the old stories about kakidamashi was sparring fights, almost more like street fights type thing, But they often were prearranged. So this is the sort of thing that Motobu Choki Sensei and other people. He did, yes. There's a story of him wanting to do a funakoshi, or doing it with funakoshi, and basically saying, the guy didn't have any real technique. So, yeah. But then funakoshi was about this big, and Motobu Choki was like this big. So it's not really, not really a fair match.
Funakoshi stood up, so do you know what I mean? You're missing.
Yeah, exactly. There was a slight size and weight imbalance there, so fair enough. But Motobu was making a point that the core of karate is that you should be able to use it to defend yourself against anybody. I mean, for whatever reason, Funakoshi either couldn't or chose not to do that, to defend himself against Motobu in the way that he could have. I don't think that Funakoshi was a pushover. I think he achieved an enormous amount, Funakoshi Gichin. He was obviously a very intelligent man, but he also was very, very clearly very, very dedicated to karate not becoming a vehicle for violence. I mean, all the way through his teachings, from start to end,
That's why he cut Otsuka, I think, because Otsuka was doing sparring.
Yeah.
And he was just like, no, my
Yeah.
coaches don't have
Yeah.
free range sparring.
Exactly. You know, he didn't advocate free sparring. He certainly said explicitly, he didn't want his karate to be used to train soldiers. And that's exactly actually what the university system of the time was supposed to be doing. So, you know, but he also thought if he didn't do this, then karate might be lost, right? Along with, you know, other aspects of Okinawan culture that might have been lost or suppressed due to, you know, Okinawa being taken into Japan, taken into the Japanese Empire. So, you know,
That's an interesting way to think about it.
Yeah.
He was trying to preserve something
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
the bad guy Funakoshi there.
You notice that Funakoshi, and again, if we look at Wanshu kata, we'll look at it now. Funakoshi didn't teach dangerous techniques in the karate that he taught. It was all quite safe. Very much in the way that Kano had taken the dangerous jiu-jitsu techniques out of judo practice. Yeah. You can hurt people with judo very quickly, right? But there's no specifically lethal techniques, right? You know, or even like maiming techniques. Like take somebody's eye out, you know, grab them by here, you know, rip the flesh off them. That's not there. And judo doesn't. You could argue judo. He also left behind most of the weapons technique as well, right? So again, took the lethality out of judo. And I think Funakoshi looked at that and thought, okay, you know, this would be good for karate. And perhaps Funakoshi thought that by introducing karate into Japanese culture, he would also find a way to introduce some of the better points of Okinawan culture into Japanese culture. You should remember that Japanese and Okinawan culture were two different cultures. You know, they were very different, right? Most Okinawans at that point spoke Chinese or Okinawan. They didn't speak Japanese.
It would be a lot of
Yeah, it was a, you know, it was a very, yeah, absolutely. It's a very different culture. Okay, cool. Lots that we can go into there, but okay. So if you guys just want to move over, so we're going to look at Wanshu kata, and let's just go through the form. I'll show you the form. We'll walk through the form together. My objective today is not that you learn the entire form, but that you have it sort of as a reference point, and we look at how we can analyze the form and take out some useful stuff. Okay, so this is Wanshu. Sure, yeah. Hey, Wanshu. Hey! Hey! Okay. So this is Wanshu kata. Let's walk through it together. All right, so you guys.
From behind the back.
Yeah, it's really interesting, right? This one, yeah.
First time I started doing that was like Jesus.
So you guys come over here. We're going to work this way. If you just line up and face this way. Let's offset a little bit so we've got enough space. Great. Yep. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go from Subidachi to Heikodachi. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so here. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Hi. Itch. Okay. Left leg is this skue geri we looked at yesterday. Skue geri, yeah. Drop, pull, and punch low. Okay, good. From here, we're going to move back. Not going to stand up too much. We're going to pull and move across into Geidan Barai. Then step up, Chudan Ski. I'm going to pull this in and go to the front, Geidan Barai. Yeah. This is a combined movement. Geidan Barai, hand behind, and come through. This comes up and hits to the center. Good. The hip has twisted. This is like Gyakuzuki plus. Yeah. Now, I'm going to grab, and strike through underneath. Yeah, here, good. We're going to repeat that sequence to the front. So we're going to step into Gedan Barai. Yeah, as we do that, this one's behind and come through. Grab, pull, strike in. Good. From here, we're going to sweep, sweep. So this leg, out, in, sweep, pull and drop. Yeah, bend your knees. Now we're going to pull back, cover, and did it again. Haituke. Here, fairly upright stance. Excuse me. From here, move in and hit again. Haito outside, drop, clear, pull, and hit. Yeah, this is palm. Strike with the palm. Yeah. Other hand, pull back in hikite. From here, pivot on the hips. Step and hit. Step and punch. Yeah. And shuto. Go to shuto. Right, shuto. Turn. Gedan barai. Step and punch. Chudan. Okay. Turn to the front. Gedan barai. Now we're going to step through. There's sort of a piece you don't see very clearly, but this one covers. And then we come into should be jigotai, and this looks like sotuke, right? This is somewhat like the stepping now we did for oitsuki, yeah. But the hand is up, yeah. So step, up, step through, up. On the third one, we pull back into nekoashi with the jodanuke position, and dropping this front hand down. So this is a osayuke. Ne? Now we're going to step forward and hit like we're hitting into the cojones. Here. From here, we pull up, throw up, yeah. Pivot, turn into right shuto and left shuto. Pull back. So one of the few times in kata where we move backwards doing shuto. Then we step forward and back into our sun and moon, mei configuration, and then finish. Okay, good. Okay, let's pivot around. So what we will do is jump in and walk through the kata 2 or 3 more times, hopefully to help you get a little bit of it into your head. Okay, so it's really interesting, this kata. So you can see the movements are, there are straight line movements, but there's a lot of rotational energy, a lot of rotational movement going on. Yeah. Right at the beginning here, it's interesting when we look at the difference between this and this. Yeah. If I bend my knees here, it's kind of weird. It feels strange, right? If I bend my knees here, I got a little bit more control. I can drop my weight. Yeah. So even small things like here, yeah, we're bringing in readiness to move, because if we're doing this, something's already happening. Yeah. When we see, as I mentioned earlier, when we see one hand on top of another in kata, it's pretty useful to interpret this as your hand resting on the other person's hand. They are doing something. You're gripping their limb, right? So in this case, for example, it's very close. So we can interpret this as the hand you being grabbed on the dogi, yeah. You're here, right? So, move this out of the way. So, Eugene, if I could. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Right now, when I'm stood like this, okay, I am not that secured. I'm not that rooted. Yeah. If I move here, now I'm a bit more rooted. Yeah. If he grabs me, usually it's because he's trying to secure the target for the strike. Right. As soon as I get grabbed, this happens. So in the kata, this is the first thing we do. Right. Here. Yeah. Then I pull this down. Yeah, I secure this and pull it down. Yeah. I go down, but then I come up. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So the kata, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So when I get grabbed, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Put it on the other side, it might be a little safer. Yeah. So,
I'm smiling now.
yeah.
You're
So,
next.
I get grabbed, yeah. Yeah. Because if it's grab punch. Next move in the kata, I do this. Yeah. Okay, but let's just do the first part. Grab,
I
right?
didn't
Boom.
see, so you show me.
Boom. Yeah, and then my feet pivot, yeah? That actually is my leverage, right? Well, one way of getting leverage. If I stand like this, I can still get leverage. But when we attack, he's coming center line. I want to move off center line. This is a way for me to move off center line, yeah? Right, here, here. As I come down, I immediately kick underneath, take that base, step down. Crash down through, here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to work the first response. Yeah. This. All right. This is a bit like when we were doing this yesterday. We started like this, but we quickly kind of learned to do this and that. Yeah. Yeah. Here. Stand. Get your stack. Yeah, and then come down through. Also, we drop because they're already basically going down to the floor. If they weren't going to the floor, yeah, this also could work, right? So, grab, punch coming up. Let's say this wasn't so effective and he wasn't going down, okay? Yeah, for her. Here. Then go down here. Okay, so that's another option. But let's work the response. As soon as you get grabbed, get this. Yeah. As soon as you get grabbed, even if they don't punch you, you know, even if they're just like friendly, yeah, okay, well, nobody got hurt, it's okay. Yeah, but you're a long way away from the weapon, right? Okay? We'll work left grab, right punch, because that's the most likely attack. But it does work the other way too. So, but work left, right. Slow it right down, yeah? Yeah. And try and work that flinch response and then get your center. Okay? Right. So you can work in 2s or 3s. Is okay. Yeah. Just work the flinch response to start. So just this piece, right? Get grabbed, yeah. Cool. Yeah, try and off.
Okay.
Yeah. Center line, I want to be kind of not looking at his center because he can see my center. So I redirect a little bit, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. If you guys can work as a 3 there, yeah. So. すぐそこまでじゃなくて、これだけ。そう。これ。
ここを逃がしてほしくないんです。
If you extend his arm, it can actually be easier for him to defend. If you keep his arm like this, yeah, and then cool, then you can, yeah, good, yeah. So the kata is actually left, right. So getting, cool, right, cool, kick, yeah, drop, yeah. And you can put the strike in. Yeah, cool. This is gripping. Yeah, it's where strong grip you realize is an asset, right? We want to be able to manipulate. But also keep it close to the body. If you try and take it away, you lose leverage. and it becomes a strength on strength, arm strength, tie arm strength, right? If you here, you can use your body and your arm to put more leverage into the hand. Yeah? So.
Where does the kick come in? Who's done just the grip and the turn?
You get grabbed. There.
So right is the
Straight away.
okay.
Because if I don't do the kick and do this, you are also looking at this.
Right.
Right? And you'll counter it. You'll pull your hand away or you do something else, right? Yeah. So I want to go so that you are now thinking, ow, my leg, and I get that advantage. If I get to here, then I can go down through it, right? So the kick is to, when we say break stance, right, it's also the concentration.
Right. Just
Yeah.
forget what's going
Even
on
if it
here.
wasn't like a big mechanical breakage, yeah, it's and then
touch down there.
you lost your
mind go
focus
there.
because your focus is on punching me in the face, right? Boom, boom, yeah. I want to take your, yeah, but also moving offline, yeah. So from here, yeah. So this in the kata we don't shift, but if we can both see each other's center lines, then you're equally able to punch me, right? So I want you to not be able to see my center line. Yeah. So that gives you an advantage.
We were wondering if you were bringing your elbow up or keeping your elbow down.
Oh, I would bring it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, right? If you get the strike, even better.
This one when you step
Ah.
against the back of his arm.
Oh, I'm going to drive. So the target's going to be his jaw or this one. So yeah, come down. When is a punch not a punch, right? When you're using another surface. Like, that's a forearm smash. Yes. Even here, forearm smash, yeah. But right now I'm going to use what is more like a sankyo, right? Number 3 lock. There. Yeah. That means that and the kick also helps to break his posture. Right? Bring that there. Now when I hit, even worse, right? Because he's already got pain. Right now I can't really see his head, it's behind his arms, so let's actually put that on. Thank you. Again. Let's like tape this to my face or something. Yeah.
Your uncle pocket this.
Yeah, it won't work. So I'll put it up here. I see which guy. Something Tori discussed so far away. Yeah. Boom. So. あ、まあしなくてもいいでしょ。もう崩しやってるから。そう。If we think about a good point about the kick, right? When would you use the kick or not use the kick? Okay, if they're too far away for this kick to be effective, then you wouldn't use it. That's okay, right? But the kick can also be useful against someone with momentum. So if somebody's going, doing this, Right now we're not moving, right? But if there's Eugene, if I can borrow you, yeah. But if there's momentum, then the front kick, or slow it down a little bit, coming in step, the rear one, right? Particularly, so Eugene can reach from here and he's got Gyakuzuki, yeah? But if it was literally like the flying, stepping in, flying, the monster punch, then his foot's going to be moving in, right? And if I catch that, we'll just do the kick. Let's do a kick. Yeah? So if I pull him to make him step, yes, this, it's you're already halfway to the floor with that, right? Yeah. So that's also the dynamic aspect of that instant is that they're probably applying pressure forward or backwards. When someone grabs you, they either push or pull, right? It's one or the other usually. Right? If they're not doing either of those things, you've got a lot less to worry about. Right? Yeah. So again, like when we do practice takie, learning to deal with someone pushing you or pulling you and keep your center. Yeah, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Right. Okay, so good. Practice a little bit more. Boom. Go down now. We can go down for the punch. This is either punch or the arm break. Yeah, depending on whether the head is exposed, you can see the target, or whether the arm is your target. Right. Typically, this punch therefore becomes a forearm smash onto the back of the elbow. Yeah. そこまでやってください。そうそうそうそう。いやいやいや、カツラを取る。
Do you kick before or after you jump?
I would actually go at the same time. Okay, so the reason is that he's grabbed you. If you grab him, his attention will be that you've grabbed him.
Yes.
And he will react to that, and so it will make it much harder to manipulate that. The kick breaks his attention and brings it down.
Think downhill.
Yeah, boom. Yeah. So actually, if anything, the kick wants to go at pretty much the same time that you're getting. Also, the kick, right, up and then down. Yeah, so that's your timing there, right? Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
You're gonna break their
step
attention.
through.
You do step through. Yeah, you step through. Actually, you step through in the kata. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like we were doing yesterday, right? We were doing just just throw that kick in, right? Yeah, yeah. It's like a really quick, yeah, yeah, yeah. So. So. Right, yeah, nice. So. Bang. So. Good. Okay. Hi, MA. All right. So this actually works equally well whether you get grabbed with the left or with the right. Okay. Yeah. So usually most people gonna okay, then let's change. Okay. Usually most people right hand are going to grab you with the left, punch you with the right. We've done this one out. One, cover, yeah, and then that's what we just did. Okay? But if they grab you, hantaiにしてください。こうして、ね、こう、はい、こう、はい。Yeah. Right. So, one more time, right? So you're right-handed, right? Which means you're going to, especially in a high stress situation, you're not going to go, change everything to the other side. Right? It doesn't happen. Right? You're going to react in a intuitive way for you. You know, if someone comes at me, I'm putting up a left guard. Yeah, that's naturally what I'm going to do. Right? So, same thing, I get here, I put up left guard. Yeah. Here, I don't need to do the kick. Yeah, roll. Yeah. This way. Yeah. So. But I might get punched with that, right? Right? Cover. Yeah, and then roll. Right? Get grabbed. Right. Okay, roll. Yeah. Or even, yeah. Yeah, we did counter punching yesterday. Counter punching, right? Let's commit to this one. Yeah, counter punch. Yeah, then go for the roll. This one. Okay. This is a little harder against someone that's bigger and stronger than you. Yeah. This angle works better. Yeah, it's quicker, more subtle. Yeah. With this one now, I need to put my body weight into it. So if I get the lock is going to take him one way, but he's going to resist going down any further. So this is where this one, I'm going to push down through the elbow joint. Yeah. Push down through Yeah, kata does this, right? One, this one, right? Dropping, and we drop, yeah? Right, so if you put your body weight behind it, even against someone with superior size, you've got a good chance, yeah, that they're going to go down. This. Yeah. This. Right. So if you do any grappling arts, you're familiar with this leverage, right? And there's also, Kyusho in here, but mainly it's mechanical. Mainly it's mechanical. It's really hard for him to resist this being bent, yeah. Unless he's already got it dead straight, like he's got it dead straight, yeah. But in this case, we wouldn't do that. We would go the other way, boom, like this kind of stuff, right? If he was arm barring you like this, right? Yeah, you'd kick, boom, straight, and then come the other way, right? Yeah. In this case, it's already bent, right? Because we did the one breaking. He doesn't want this straight now. He will try to escape this way. By the time that this has happened, he's trying to escape. He's not letting me have it. He's pulling away. Nigeru desho? Yeah. Yeah. People don't stay there. As soon as that's on, they'll be trying to get out. So you use that movement, right? Okay. So then, work the other side now. So it's left grab, right grab, left punch, right grab, left punch. Okay. But you do the same movement. You're going to basically do the same, working to your left-hand side. Right? Yeah. Right. Let me to the side. So now the attack is. So. こうして、そして、and now pivot. As you pivot, take this hand and drop it through the elbow joint. Just use forearm. Yeah, pull, and then drop down into Zenku Stashi. There you go. So upon the hand. Yeah. Use the turn and leverage. Yeah. You got to hit it. Boom. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. So. Oh, so at this stage now, once you've got the initial one and you use this to weaken him, this one's going to come in and work down through the elbow joint. So you can take this hand away and then, pivot and drop. Yeah, there. So. So, yeah.
First, you shuffle the heel.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Now, but you need, at this point, you need the bar through here to break the elbow, right? To break the elbow strength. Yeah. So now you're gonna release. No. This one. Right. So you're dropping. Keep it here and bring him down. There. That one. Yeah. So that one. And then there. Yeah. And there's the first lock. Yeah. Now I'm going to try and escape from that. Pivot and drop. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. So as soon as that happens,
You're going to pull that.
pull that away. Yeah. Pull. Yeah. 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 Yeah, exactly.そう。だから、3強を取るため、こうしないといけないね。こうしないといけないね。Right, so こうですね。こう。そしてこうかな。so 僕のポジションは一緒でしょ。So let's go back to the first one. Grab. Yeah. Grab the other one. もうポジション一緒ね。そしてここからこうして、そしてこう。ね、これはもうちょっと取りにくいけど、こう。ね、これもありますよ。こうね。 can get to here and go down, yeah. But also I can go here, go this way, yeah. これも
ちょっと回しにくい。
そう。
これをじゃあこの股間でいいかな。
これが一番いい。そう。して
ここからこっちからあっちに。
There's some guys that would be this one forward.
Yes. Yeah, I would at this stage. I would put a knee on his head. Yeah. At that stage, you can drop a knee into his ribs, right? Yeah. And if you thrust your hips forward, you can break his arm, right? Or wrench his elbow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The thing you want to be careful with, is when we go down for like this kind of punch. If they are not, if they're aware, they can grab that and take you with them. Right? So this kind of the coup de grace on the ground to me is a little bit risky in a self-defense situation. So I would rather be about here, where I can kick, hit, and stay on my feet. Yeah? Not to say you couldn't use this one, but this has become very popular because it's a way to win a point in a competition. Right? I'm not saying it wouldn't work on the ground, but in Naihanchi, yeah, we use stamping, right? Yeah, stamp on someone's head. Yeah, Okay, so good. So this is we're gonna look at. Okay, yeah, mate, good. We're going to look at sort of three basic patterns from the kata today. This is the first pattern, the first section, yeah? Okay. It's possible, I think, to do an end-to-end kind of bunkai flow for this kata. I'm not into that so much. I don't find that actually to be particularly useful.
Do you think that was ever the point in kata?
I think it may have been for some kata, but I think you have to be, it's a very high level of competence to be able to string together 10, 20 moves into a flow, right? It's fun to do, right? But in reality, you're going to use 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe at most, right? So my particular style of teaching and learning is that while I enjoy learning the flow drills sometimes, they're not the most useful thing for me to retain the patterns and the usefulness. I spend too much time thinking, what's coming up 5 moves ahead, trying to like figure out where I'm going to be, as opposed to doing what I'm doing now. Yeah. So what we're going to do is kind of look at 3 sections of the kata. The first section was this one we just did. Yeah? 1. So there's this, yeah, and here, and here. So when we interpret this and this, obviously. Often we're told that this is, blocking the kick and doing the punch to midsection. But we can see, if I can borrow you, Eugene, once we get to the position where we've got someone in front of us, so we've done all this bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, got them down, brought them down, yeah? Now, his response at this point is not passive. He's going to try and escape, right? Try and escape and get away, yeah? So my response also has to be to deal with that, yeah, and finish, yeah. Or another way to look at kata is if something fails, you do the next thing, right? If something fails, do the next thing, right? So this I went for, it failed, so I went for the arm bar, yeah. Don't fall down, yeah. I went for the arm bar, yeah. It didn't knock him down; he just moved out of it, right? Strike, yeah. So I'm going to bring him back the other way, here, and hit. Here. So he didn't necessarily go to the floor, right? People won't just fall on the floor for you. That's the other thing. No, but like when we're training karate, our primary objective is to be a good training partner and cooperate with other people. Because if we don't, we get chucked out of the dojo. So, but that actually goes, in some ways, is counterintuitive what we're trying to learn, which is what to do with uncooperative people, yeah, who don't want to be thrown on the floor, yeah. Eugene, in reality, if he realizes this is happening, he doesn't want that to happen. He's not going to let it happen. Yeah, and so I probably won't get a clean lock. I might get a little bit sideways, yeah, and then I have to come through and attack again here, and I might get a little bit sideways, and then I need to pull this way, yeah, and try and get through. Yeah, the failure scenario is more likely than the success in reality. Yeah, particularly against someone who's got any kind of balance, center, any kind of training. Yeah, so never fight a karateka. No, it's stupid. Right? And the point of karate is we learn not to fight each other, because the stakes are much higher, right? It's really stupid to fight another karateka, and your ego really has to be out of control if you decide it's a good idea.
How come back in the day you really didn't go out and fight with each other then?
Well, it's male ego, isn't it?
They weren't spiritual back then.
It's pride and ego, right? I mean, if we all had control over pride and ego, we wouldn't even need to learn to fight. That's the point. Unfortunately, we don't. But coming back to the failure scenario, right? And that first sequence. If all goes well, he's on the floor. Yeah. Yeah. And now I'm going to, in the kata now, I don't stand up and come down into Geidan Barai. I just come across. Take the chin, take the hair, move with me. Here, here, yeah, and hit. Right. For example. If they have no hair, take eyes, take chin. Yeah? So let's just work that. We're just going to work that. We'll work it from two places, right? One is where somebody is face down. Yeah. Face down. In which case, pull here. Or if they have hair, here. Pull here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, for example. And then the other one is when they're on the back. So the second one we just did, right, when we got this one, and we drop them here. Here. Yeah. When they're on the back, right? So from here, yeah, this is hard to do, but and bring them.
Could those also be like hammer fist and forward punches are options for when they're already on the ground and you're low?
Absolutely.
Hit 'em,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
or clear and hit 'em.
Clearing and hitting, so can be hitting, when a punch is a punch, but it's also a forearm smash, these kind of smashes too, right? So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So just do the 1, 2, 3 punch. Yeah. Start from the ground position and practice the roll. So you're going to get leverage with the hair, or the chin, or the arm. Yeah. Just try that. Okay. Start from the face down position. Kao shita no. Right. こうして、こうして、そして下段払いに、そう、こうして、ボン、そう。
Add in a quick break for the camera and card spotter.
Absolutely.
You're going to die. And also tape that to yourself. Because it's really going to ruin the sound.
Yeah. Okay.
Or when they grab the other hand and they were face down. Left hand, right punch.
That's こういうアンバーね。手を足を顔の前に置く。はい、下に下ろして、そう下に下ろして、はい、そう。そしてこの足をここにステップしたらこんな感じね。そしてここからアンバーもできるし、そう。これもそしてここも蹴りもできるでしょ。入るとき、ボン、これも、そう。Yeah. So. The stepping through can be like in that scenario where you just were, yeah. Stepping through kicking through the elbow, yeah, kicking, yeah, exactly. Or even just with that one coming through with your left leg, stepping through, yeah. I mean more like, I don't think, so in jiu-jitsu and judo, we know there's all these finishing kind of grappling techniques here, but this is not a great self-defense thing to do, right? Because either you're going to get tangled up with them, or yeah, you might break them, but you end up on the ground and everybody else is piling into you, right? So really, this kind of thing, yeah, that's more likely to be what you're going to do in karate, right? You got the arm, okay, you're just going through it, bang, yeah, through it, boom, step, and stay on your feet, yeah. So I think there are very few control techniques in karate. Yeah, there's breaks, shearing techniques, like this is a shearing technique. Yeah, it's not a control technique. You know, that's not the objective because you don't want to get...
But when someone's uncompliant, they never work.
Right, yeah. Control techniques are very difficult to do. You'll know the only way you can really keep someone on the ground is literally to have them face down, hands behind their back, and put pressure on their head. And even then it's difficult if they're big and strong, right? So control techniques work. They're very difficult. Usually you have to have 2-on-1, as any video of cops trying to take somebody down will show you, right? So control techniques in karate tend to be knock them out and then deal with the body afterwards, right? Like break, 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 knock unconscious. I don't think that there's like, you know, the kind of, you know, bouncer walking people to the door type so much stuff in karate.
But like, so I think it kind of became control because people will, like, you can't practice your shearing techniques in class.
Yeah,
so
this is true.
It tones into, oh yeah, you're just walking.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the compromise of training, right? Yeah, and then you start to think, oh, well, because people were a bit compliant with you, that will be the way, yeah, you know. But if you've ever done any locking takes, you know also the body adapts, right? So if you've got pain and you keep that constant pain on, the body sends endorphins to the point, and the pain is naturally reduced, right? So you can't keep, you have to vary it, do different things with it to keep it like compliance, and again it gets more and more difficult. Right? Okay. Yummy. ちょっと休憩しましょうか? And then we'll move on. Hey, have a drink of water, please. And let's walk through the kata again together, okay? So hopefully we're face this way. If you guys want to, yeah. We're just always going to do this in the same place, the same direction, so that gives you more of a chance to get it in. Yeah. Yeah, sure. One more time, kata. Do the kata together, okay? So, hi. Ready? Yoi, which is really our first technique. Ich. Yeah. Dropping. Ni. Pull back. San. Step up and punch. Okay, going to go to the front. Gedan barai. Kakushitsuki. Grab and drop. Strike. Yeah, going to go back the other way. Gedan barai. Kakushitsuki. Grab and twist and strike underneath. Okay, from here, left leg, sweep, up, drop. Yeah, then pull back into high toe. We're going to go up, around, here, drop, and strike. This is actually a kiai. Ay! From here, drop, hit, step, and hit. Yeah, as is shudan. And then same hand forward, yeah, shuto. Okay, pull back, gedan barai, step and strike, chudan. Right, to the front, gedan barai, step forward, and do that soto uke, mitaina. Again. As soon as we hit here, we pull back into nekoashi, and the two hands work simultaneously to protect jodan and push down gedan. When we step forward, thrust forward to the groin, okay, then throw the hands up, pivot, right foot on the floor, shuto, right foot on the floor, all the way around shuto, and then back, left shuto. Step up, finish with the full salutation, and then back, finish. Okay, good. So we looked at the first section, let's look at the next section. Okay, so this is where we're going from 1, 2, 1, 2. Grab, pull through. Okay, so this is very distinctive. Obviously, you don't really see this movement in any other kata that I know. So think about what's happening. We are pivoting one direction, pivoting 90 degrees. We're dropping down, yeah? And then this is coming through, and actually we then pull our stance in. So not only does this come through, it comes up, yeah? And then we step through and come through. But let's just look at that first two bits. So we're pivoting. Typically when we're pivoting, that means that we're working off the angle from the other person's attack, yeah? So if we were going to look at this as very, very simply, then if you don't mind, so actually we work with this angle here. So punch coming through, yeah, work off the angle, strike in. That's the kind of thing we're doing, right? So one more time, yeah. Pivot off the angle and strike in. Right, one more time, yeah. Lines coming through, right? So I pivot on the point that I make contact, yeah. Yeah. Right, one more time. Yeah, it's like we did it yesterday in the number 2 Yakuso Kumite. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So this is not the best application of this move, but it gives you a very simple framework to think about the first thing that happens, which is that we turn. Yeah. So it's not all happening in a straight line, right? We're turning based on their orientation. Yeah. So one more time here. 1, turn. Yeah. Okay. Yes, we have to worry about the other hand, but just for the practice of turning, yeah? And that these two things, therefore, are happening together, yeah? So rather than thinking it's 1, 2, yeah? Think about the timing as 1, 2, right? Now I use the natural energy of my turn to go through my punch, yeah? Otherwise, why would we bother with this? We would just do this, right? Right, straight line, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to practice. Yeah, it's that kind of, someone comes in, 1, 2. Okay, just touching, yeah? 1, 2. Yeah, okay. Here. Right. Don't need to make a strong fist, just coming through. Yeah, and then you can practice your levels, yeah? It's up to you, the levels, right? They're probably going to punch you in the face. That's generally where people punch you. Not many people could step in and punch you in the body to start with. So, yeah, you can choose. Yeah, if you go low, yeah, or if you have the space, yeah, up to there. Yeah. And again, this is not dissimilar from Goju-ryu strategies, yeah, Tensho-like strategies. Right? Okay, let's go. Okay, so just practice that. One person stepping in, other person. 1, 2. Yeah. When you finish. Yeah, both hands will be in contact. Yeah, so we're not doing hikite at this stage.
I was just about to ask, would you go ahead and grab?
You could. Yeah, you could. You could do that too. Yeah. Okay, but for right now, just want to work around it and strike. Okay. Yeah, you have to meet to the sign, eh? You guys work together. Yeah, work together. You can work in a 3, or work in a 3. Either way.
You have to step in.
Yeah.
You have to step in. As you turn, it's the first side. It's usually get on a reverse punch. You gotta step in before the shooter. Like you'd step into the shooter, but it would be like get on a
Oh, did I?
Like, but for your bunkai, you had to step or you wouldn't, because you'd be too close to them.
It depends how close you were. Yeah, if you were too close, you wouldn't have to step. Absolutely.
So that's probably why they just left it there, because chances are you would be too close.
The hardest thing.
Yeah, you would be too close. Yeah.
just like adapt to how you need it, isn't it? Really?
Basically, I mean, that's the point of the picate is that, like, if you get the
Maybe I'd
principle.
be too far from you because you're quite large.
Yeah,
You might have to step
certainly.
away from me.
Certainly, yeah. The principle is that you got the principle, then yeah, you would just adjust. Yeah.
You must have just pulled them down again somehow.
Yeah.
Because you turned into
Yeah.
a drop.
Yes. Yeah.
So then to step in with a gap kick, I mean, it's quite powerful, isn't it? Gap kick, so.
Yeah. Again, it depends where you're striking. If you strike to the body, you're going to sort of stop here. If you strike to the head, you might be going right
Chances
through.
are I would not be standing up. Okay? If I had to just get out.
Yeah.
Unless I'd like an Iron Man.
Yeah. Gedan Bodai turns a little bit to you. Yeah. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong, you can make that work too, but there's a little different timing as well. Yeah. 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 So, yeah. So you uke, yeah. Yeah, boom, yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just guys come back into the middle of the mat a little bit. Yeah. So punch coming out. One. Yeah. The Gedan Bodai is a powerful dropping circuit of movement. So you can really utilize that. Yeah. And then this is like the such a cliche, but it's like the Tonton Daiko, you know the one? The Japanese drum that has a little taiko. A little taiko, you know the one you hold? It's in karate. It's in Karate Kid, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I know, it's a terrible cliche, but like, yeah, this one rotates, so it's this happening, right? Here, once more time, yeah. Here, yeah, the body, use the body rotation. Right? So. Yeah.
Keep your hand on his hand.
Yeah.
So, big punch, no, 強いパンチ、ハードパンチ。
もっとソフトだよね。ハードパンチね。
そうそう。
ハードパンチとね。
そうそうそう。
はい。
これが
うん、もっといいよ。もっとやっと。もう。はい。Yeah. Yeah. A little bit more. This is the soft, and this is the hard. Yeah. Well, the hard. This is gold. This is actually jugo. Yeah. Against hard, you want to be soft, right? Yeah. Be soft, yeah. Yeah. You want that stickiness, yeah? So when the punch is coming, you want that stickiness. You don't see it in the kata because it's very fast, right? But the punch is coming, right? Yeah. Oh, lovely. Hi. Stickiness. Yeah, stickiness, yeah. Muchimi, right? The sticky hands, muchimi. Punch coming, yeah. 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 So that punch, that should be that you. He didn't get the punch, right? That was enough. So I don't need to do a big block, right? Or I don't need okiuke wa hitsuyo wa nai. So I think Gedan Bodai no tsukaikata wa kono energy o shita ni. It's very good for putting the energy down, right? Energy go. Yeah, and it brings you into the strike. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Yeah.
for a moment? Or with the same move.
Hi, Turu.
See, I'm stepping
Hi.
In the kata, you bring it right from,
That's right.
right
Yeah.
here, I'm intending to not
Yeah.
bring it
Yeah.
from
Yeah. Yeah.
the kata.
Yes. Yeah. That's right. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, Emma. Good. 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 Yeah. So learning to use that pivot action. Okay. The components of the pivot action are I go forward and I get my point. I'm not yet in Gedan Barai, right? Gedan Barai is lower than this. It's down here. Yeah. So my energy, I have energy not yet to use. That energy is the dropping of this hip, and it's the connected rotation of this hip, which I then transfer through here, right? So it's using that dropping, turning energy, right? This is enshin ryoku. Now it's the corkscrew, this centrifugal force, right? Here, yeah, one, here, right? So just want to learn that turning energy, and then we can apply that to a number of different attacks, yeah? So, for example, an obvious one is the outside arm bar, or rather sort of elbow smash, right? Like you were just doing, yeah? So if they give you this one, yeah, then you can come outside and hit through the elbow, yeah? All right? So you're going to hit the target that's presented to you, right? This one comes through here, right? And this is actually, we'll work with this one because it gives us a little bit more then to grab, right? When we come in, we're grabbing now, yeah? If I end up here, yeah, I grab, that happens. Yep. One. So if I do this, sorry, excuse me, yeah, he stands up. Ouch. Is the right word autonomic? Your nervous system goes, move away from the pain.
Get away.
Yeah? Strike, okay, and here, grab. Yeah. So it's the flesh under the triceps. Right? And most people react to this by trying to move away from it. Yeah? Here, and then I can step in, right? In the kata I do this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? This is going to work well if I'm on his outside. If I do it on his inside, if I end up on the inside, he's as likely to punch me as I am to punch him, right, and move into his line. Yeah? But if I've come on the outside here, boom, I've got this. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
No, that's fine.
and then from here I turn and do the same thing again. Yeah, I've got the outside, I'll use that again. So he came in, right? Boom, grip, hit, go again. Yeah, so that could be, why do we do the same thing twice? Right, on the same side as well. It's just like, not really a teaching method, is it? You just done it once. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, multiple applications, multiple uses. So let's work this one. We're now introduced to a very old karate strategy, which is gripping and tearing. Okay. This is, when this is exposed, this is a good target. Yeah, just the flesh on the bottom of the arm. Yeah. Another one is the pec. Yeah. Get into the pec and turn. As you turn, yeah, it makes them do that. Ow! Yeah, which breaks their stance, makes that attack, that strike is going to be even worse. Right? So, 1. Yeah, 1 here. Boom. Grip, move in, strike. So the strike, center line. Yeah? Right? This kata has quite a lot of ball grabbing techniques, right? Here, right? 1. From here, I do this next. Yeah? Here. Right? Okay, so this is like old style karate. Right? use that, yeah? Use this, right? Come out, yeah, here. All right, so let's just work that one, right? Like you were working to the outside of the, yeah, work to the outside of the arm. Get the hit, get the grip, yeah? Step in, yeah. Okay. In the kata we do this, blah, 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 we go 1, 2, 3, 4, we step behind, yeah. Okay. Then we do this. That's in the next bit, yeah. So stepping behind doesn't suggest a kick, right? Doesn't really suggest a kick, right? Later on in the kata, we do this explicitly, yeah, to break a grip. 1, break a grip, and go. We'll do that afterwards.
So would you end up in a cross-step stance when you strike them, or is that just telling you to put your foot behind their feet as you hit them?
Well, this is a very good question, very interesting question. What do cross-stepping stances give you? Yeah, they give you the ability to drop quickly and diagonally, right? Here, yeah. Yeah. So it allows you to move your body weight down very quickly. Yeah. When we do them in Naihanchi, same thing. Yeah, here, 1, 2. Yeah. Even in Pasai, but even in the practice we were looking at yesterday, this one, that point, right? That point is when punch coming in, yeah? That point is there. I go under the punch before I come up again. So that's 1, 2. Yeah, so a cross stance enables you to come in, go under something, and then come up through something. Right, so that's the function of, one of the functions I think of your korsadachi is that it enables you to drop your weight and come back up again. Yeah. Okay? So, this one, grab, partner's going to love you for it. Yeah? Stay on the outside, keep the grab, strike in. Next step out of that is another position like this. Yeah. Okay? Give it a try. Hold on. これ use this one. 1, boom. So you should go. Yeah. そうそうそう。そうそうそうそれ。いいよね。これもこれね。こうして、そしてこれをこう。ね、この筋肉をね。もちろん10回とかしないで、1、2、3回やってこうこう。そしてここから。はい、こんな感じ。ね
your closer touches is because you're getting so much closer to him, he won't be able to grab your balls, but you can grab his.
Also true. Yeah, yeah. Hiding those away. Yeah. Yeah. Although I think, to be honest, you won't be thinking about that because I think, to be honest, if they're thinking about getting away from this, they might not have the presence of mind to.
He's just got the art of pinch him.
Hands up big.
So. はい。これでもいいし。そう。これもある。これもあるよ。こう。ああ。ね。こう。ストライクでも OK。でも肩はこうでしょ。こう。
I used to have a girlfriend who used to do that.
こうでしょ。こう。 That's right. Nice and close. Yeah. Once you've stepped in here, yeah, you're going to go in the opposite direction. 1, 2. Do that move. 2. Grip, move in, strike. So you can trap the arm like that and just basically shoulder barge. At that range, it's just using your shoulder. You just sort of barge through there. Yeah.
Oh.
And if you have a little more range, so if you end up holding his wrist, yeah, and you extend that out like you're going to extend that out like Gedam Barai, yeah, then you'd hit through. Yes. Yeah. So when we end up like very close, right? 1, yeah, this, yeah. Then we're going to end up. Yeah, we end up very, very close. The range is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah. Here, right? We're going to go 1, boom. Yeah, this. Yeah. So it's all, now we're working shoulders, right? Shoulders, yeah. And from here, if I can get the head, I'll take the head, yeah, for example, yeah. Or I'll go back the other way, yeah. So it depends where I feel resistance, right? If I get this, yeah, and he's going this way, then I'll look to use that. But if he resists and goes the other way, then I'll go for to vine this and go back the other way, right? So here we're, not strictly sticking to the flow of the kata, but this is what it's going to be. Yeah, we're not going to be working these from a distance, right? That's not going to do much for us, right? So it's very close. Yeah. Later on, when we're doing the techniques here, when we're covering up here, this also is happening close, right? Yeah. When we're driving up and driving down, yeah. These kind of techniques, for example, yeah. Sometimes the translation of this is kataguruma, yeah, kataguruma, for example. Right.
Much like Bukai.
Yeah, exactly this. Or is it the other way? I forget. Yeah, but yeah, similar.
Oh, that's a throw?
Can be.
I always thought of it like a full Nelson.
Could be, yeah. But we tend to, so there's a lot of, we've gone on here, right? We're underneath them. Yeah, and then there's a lot of upwards explosive movement. So it could be the escape. But
I mean in Kururumpa.
Oh, in Kururumpa. Oh, sorry, yeah, different context, yeah.
I don't know this guy at all.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't either.
Right.
You know that?
Okay, MA. Again, just in the interest of time. So, sorry, conversation I had over there, but everybody will benefit from this. These techniques are happening very, very close in. You're now really in grappling range. This kind of stuff really doesn't have any meaning when we're at sort of long distance sparring range, right? We're in grappling range. So when we see, for example, when we see this kind of movement, yeah, it's just as likely that actually what we're doing is using our shoulder, yeah. So this kind of movement, yeah, is just as likely to be this, using the shoulder, right? And when we look at Chinese Kempo, Chinese Kung Fu, there's a lot of shoulder barging and shoulder movements, and it comes through in Goju-Ryu Karate as well. We sort of lost it in Shorin-Ryu Karate, in the usual translation, yeah, but it's definitely there. So it's a function of range. If we're working at this kind of range, we're doing this kind of stuff and gripping and coming in here. Right now, we're at shoulder range, shoulder range. So that's the sort of range that we're talking about. And so we look at these. If we look at these katas now, we see that actually it's mostly grappling with some strikes, which is actually more a definition of older karate. It's mostly grappling with striking techniques. Yeah, modern karate's evolved into being regarded as a striking art. Yeah, but if you look at the contents of the older kata, not really the case. Yeah, look at the newer kata, you see more clear striking. Yeah, look at the older kata, not so much. When there's strikes, they're very close in. Yeah, so we look at the next sequence. Yeah, do this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So, yeah. When we do this kind of thing, yeah, typically, or we can interpret that against being grabbed, right? So, got grabbed. Right. So again, same principle. If I just try and work these, he knows what's happening and he's going to work them back. He'll resist. Yeah. But if I put loosener in here, now I've got more chance of getting something, right? Yeah. Without the loosener, I can still do it. But as soon as he feels I'm doing something, he's going to go tight, right? So it becomes much harder. If I use soft against hard, I can still do it. But at this point, he'll realize he's losing and he'll just let go. Right? So this doesn't work if he knows what's happening. Right? He thinks he's winning. That's why he keeps his position. This is not an advantageous fighting position for him. At this point in a self-defense scenario, this is someone trying to show you that they're the boss. Yeah, or they're trying to stop you attacking with your hands or whatever, right? Yeah. So he's not going to keep this when he feels like he's losing it, right? If he sees this happening, he just lets go, right? And escapes. So I'm the softener here, or here, yeah, whatever is forward, yeah, here, and I pull down, right? So here, yeah, this one. If I look down, also he's going to, so from here, yeah, I can accelerate that by dropping my weight. So here, if I drop my weight here, it gets worse for him too. So 1, 2, yeah, here. Okay. So we're just going to do this piece, yeah. 1, 2. Okay. I'll just do the hands one time. This. Okay, we're going to grab the fleshy part of the thumb. If you can manipulate the thumb too, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, oh, click. Yeah. Sorry, he's got very strong hands. He's a maintenance man. He's very good. Yeah, it's good for this kind of practice. He's strong. Yeah, yeah. So, kick, and I can get it right. Yeah. Yeah. And this is a bonus if you have it, but really it's this action and then dropping, which is going to bring him down and break his stance. Okay. Here. Okay. Function of the fist is that we've gripped, and then we pull it apart. Okay. So just that practice. From here, 1, 2. Okay. Thank you. Now you on this. Okay. Don't start too strong. Don't put strength in it. Just work the technique. Just work the technique. Okay. Hi. Ben, we can work together. Hi.
So, loosen
yeah.
and hands.
There, yeah, that's it. Boom. Nice. Good, yeah, good.
Okay. So,
yeah.
that's right.
So, nice. Yeah. Go do to drop to this position. So.
Okay. So,
yeah. Yeah.
Elbow. Whatever
Nice.
you want. Whatever is next in the kata.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're coming below the knee, right? Or
Usually.
is that just to keep your friend safe? Or?
At the moment, just because this is a safe training surface.
Got it.
But yeah,
Yeah,
knee,
yeah.
or actually even groin if you had the whip.
Yeah,
if
I was
you
thinking like
change your
right
kick
above
there.
the top of the knee.
Yep, could do that too.
Okay.
But this is mainly a distraction. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's just so you can get your.
Yeah, it's mainly just so that before you start doing this, you do the kick, and then this flows. Yeah, there. And now I'm like kick, and now it's a bit too late for me to escape. Yeah.
Yeah, really working the meaty part of the thumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do this. Go. Keep going. Ah, yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So almost thinking about trying to take your pinky across.
You could do that too. You know, it's here, and I want to go if I went all the way to my gate amber eye position, then I would have broken
Just
your
rip
wrist.
my-
Yeah, thumb. Yeah,
Thumb out
So,
of the socket. Okay.
yeah.
So, you didn't even. Did you have your thumb up here?
No, I would go for that.
You just go.
Yeah. There. Yeah.
So I'm trying to put my thumb in there for some
Yeah.
reason. Okay. So. Okay.
Hold on a sec. Right. Okay. Good. Cool. Okay. Good stuff. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at a couple of things, a couple of points. So the kata has us rotating out to what we would regard as like the gate amber eye finish position, the end position, right? This rotation is important because if we rotate that far, we're really taking their thumb right around back to where it doesn't want to go. Yeah, that will have done some damage there. Most of you guys are stopping at half rotation because you're looking after your partners. You know that already, right? If you go all the way, you're going to do that damage. But the other thing that we need to be careful about is the head. Yeah. So whenever someone just do the double grab.
Oh, sorry.
You grab me. Yeah. So when someone does this, sometimes the attack that follows is the bang, the headbutt, right? So that's always the one we've got to be careful about. And again, the kick helps here, right? So if it looks like they're going to headbutt, we put that in, yeah, to try and create a bit of distance, right? But yeah, this is the one. There's not much that, hands are engaged, right? So I can't stop that headbutt, yeah, but I can be aware that it might be coming, yeah, and then go for the next thing. Okay, so again, we have to be aware that is the attack that might come. It's less likely that they'll try and kick from here because their weight is typically committed forward, so it's harder for them to knee or kick, but the head might be there, right? So when we're doing this, in reality, we want to try and keep that head away, yeah, and ideally, get behind and out of the range of the head as well. Okay, so when we do the kata, yeah, we go 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, here, right, and from here, yeah, we come in and a strike. So here, yeah. Boom. Okay. From behind, we're going to come up, hit, yeah, and strike here. So I'm aware he hasn't moved at all during those three things, and he would. But for now, let's just learn the angles, yeah. So, yeah. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Face, back of the head, forearm smash, back of the head, yeah, and strike into the kidneys or into the ribs. All right, so one more time, he grabs, yeah, 1, 2, 3, forearm smash, 1, 2, yeah, okay, give that a try, right.
That's a lot.
1, 2, 3.
Foot comes up too.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go with left hand, then right hand here, and then left hand. So.
Okay.
So if you grab me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay. And which hand am I escaping with? Which foot am I keeping?
Oh,
So this way.
in the kata it's left.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to use that one.
So it'd be this way.
1, yeah. 2, right.
And then this one.
This one.
Left.
Yeah. Come in here. Strike. Yeah.
Left, right, left.
Yeah. At this point also, if I'm standing up, this is presented. If I'm down here, Yeah, back of the head. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, one more time. Wait. Shh.
Wrong way, but that's okay. I'll make
That's
it
okay.
work.
Bob.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Hike.
Yeah. That one. Yeah. Good.
It's kind of good because I don't know the kata. I can go whichever way.
Yeah. Hi. So.
Hi.
Got me there. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Right. So. Good. Let's go and join him with these guys. Hi, Doris. Hitting in the face. Yeah.
Palm up, right?
Yeah. Really like 1, 2, here. This one immediately hitting in the face, up through the nose, up through the eyes. Yeah. And then this one I step in and drop. Yeah. Drop. And then hit. Yeah.
The leg raise power, sweep maybe?
So there's potential for a sweep or that you are avoiding being swept or kicked. But for right now, it also adds momentum to the.
So
But for right now, we're not using it.
you're sweeping as you strike or just before?
Well, you don't necessarily need to use it, but yeah, it's a good question. I don't necessarily need to use it, but 1, 2, yeah, 3, right? Now, at the moment, there's nothing there, yeah, so I don't need to use it. But if his leg was forward, yeah, I could here and hit, for example. Or it's potential that you're going to get stepped on, and you can move the leg and hit as well.
I was thinking like rest low.
Step behind him.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Well, I was
yeah.
thinking like rest low. So like when he does, go ahead and do your thing. Yeah. Here, I'm thinking rest lows want to go and
Yeah.
shoot that leg, especially if they get that hand free.
Yeah.
Shoot in and get that leg.
Yeah. Yeah. We just do that so this sequence comes up in another kata. Yeah.
Okay.
In the other kata, we've done face on. Right? So punches coming, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So it's a sort of face on as well.
Same kind of just.
But this is hitting here, hitting side or hitting back of the head. Yeah. Cool. Working with them for a second. Yeah.
I don't know the kata, so my sequence.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's use that first leverage a bit more, right? So here, this, yeah, quite. This. Yeah, you're missing an opportunity. If you didn't get that, say you missed it, right, and you just did this one, you've lost a bit of leverage. You still use position, but this is really good leverage. So when someone is grabbing you, right, I want that leverage, right? Then this becomes more because I've broken your stance here.
I can never get it.
Yeah.
My hands are just too.
Too much hikite, right? So not pulling back here. Come in there. 1, 2, here. Yeah. It's here. Here. Yeah. Remember the kata does this.
There you go. Good job.
Right? Yeah. Now, if you drop and put your body weight into it, but even before you do that, come in there. Here, kuni. right? I want to damage this, right? And then turn the head. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put more circular movement in it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, use that. cover があるでしょ cover ね、これをこうでしょなんていうね 1, 2, 3, 1こうでしょ 1 cover hit ね so 1 cover これを邪魔しないようにそうそうそうそうそうそうそうそうあ、わかるわかるわかるHigh toes are, you were being nice to him, but the high toes are in the face and the neck. Yeah. Yeah. High toe in the chest is not going to do too much, but in the bridge of the nose, bang. Yeah. So bridge of the nose or up through the septum. Boom. Yeah.
So at this point, you bring him down to his knees.
Usually at this point, if you've really done damage to his hand and he's tried to escape it, yeah. So. So when we look at that technique, that one, yeah, if it's 2 consecutive strikes to the back of his head, it should knock him out, right? Oh, yeah. It should be
that first one's going to do it.
Bum, bum. Yeah, it should be bum, bum, right? Knock him out, right? So, yeah, it's the arm bar, right? I mean, it's high toe, but you can hit with the arm bar, right?
Yeah. So these are both inverted high toe. Yeah. Oh, okay. So not so much back of the hand, but
No, it's more high toe. It's the side, which could be this surface or this surface, right? Even the elbow. If you were really close, just drop the elbow and hit. Yeah. Right. You need a little space to get around. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Let them run that. Yeah. So we're seeing these bigger, more circular techniques. Yeah. This one, and this one, here, and then closing in. So the attacking surface can be the hand, forearm, or even the elbow, depending on the range that you're at. Okay. So that's kind of, the mid sequence. Then we get into these kind of sequences. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Pull back, strike, thrust up. 1, 2. Okay. We in these ones, we sort of again we apply leverage. Yeah. So these can be interpreted as blocks against strikes. That's okay, but it seems like a very deep, committed position against a strike. We can achieve the same thing with this or this, right? So again, we're going to look at this more as a sort of a grappling type technique. Yeah. So Ben actually, if I use you, yeah, right. So if somebody's got hold of you. Actually, that one will work fine. Yeah, you're not holding me right, but actually, no. But I mean, these should work either way, right? So from here, yeah, pulling in and pulling this way, for example, yeah, breaking a grip and looking to break this way, yeah. So from here, pulling and breaking a grip this way, right? If it was the other side, yeah, could look to break grip this way. When I step in and drop my weight, yeah, then looking for that kind of structure, yeah. Okay. In the kata we do this 3 times. I think that's to train us on both sides. I don't think it's necessary to do 3 of these in a row. If you think about the scenario that we're in, either you're getting grabbed with the left or the right, yeah? So left, break stance, yeah, then we go into the next thing, which is going and attacking the groin, and then rolling underneath, yep, for some technique, right? Break stance.
Oh, I gave you the same one again.
Yeah, that's okay. Right, we do it left and right, yeah? Break stance this way, for example, yeah? Gonna roll in and strike while protecting upper, okay? And then come underneath, roll up, and come through. Yeah, no, sorry. I was like, show mercy. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is look to break the strength of this grip, right? He's done this because he's feeling it's giving him control. Okay, I'm going to look to lever, yeah, to compromise that grip. Okay, the outside, place a hand here, yeah, outside, yeah, lever is quite effective, but inside can also work. You obviously got to be aware that the other one's coming, yeah, but here. From here, we'll do the next move after, which is rolling underneath, getting under and going here, right? Okay, but first we're going to just use this position, yeah, to compromise the grip. Okay, let's practice. Right. Let's. Yeah. So, grip. Yeah. This.
Is that impossible to
Yeah.
do anything with that?
Yeah. Grip. Right. If I end up on the inside, grip. Yeah. Gotta be careful of that one. Yeah, but. So.
And I want to step away.
Widen your grip. Widen your stance.
Do I want to step away or?
Just widen your stance. Yeah, step. Yeah. And drop. Yeah. Yeah. Just drop. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Nice.
What's the follow-up?
We'll do that in a minute. But it depends whether you end up on the inside. And for the inside, you can go for the kataguruma. Yeah. 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 Which is assisted with the. Yeah. If you end up on the outside, yeah, here, continue to roll through and go for the. So you do that as a throw as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we do that arm shoulder lock.
Yeah. So first we're going to compromise that. Yeah, nice. Now, yeah, compromise that. Yeah, nice.
And then what?
And then,
Is it?
yeah, from here, yeah, it comes through. From here on the outside, I'll keep going underneath and do that one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This way?
Keep going that way. Yeah. There you go. Go underneath it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
So, outside again? I'm just doing it the other way, right?
Just go from the grip that one and let's go on the inside. So I'm going to change your stance. Here. Right.
So I don't have any clue how I get to a kataguruma from there.
Yeah. From here. Yeah. Inside. Yeah. I'm going in and striking. Yeah. And I go kataguruma over there. Yeah. Yeah. From there. Here. 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 Yeah. And then to get kataguruma to work on you need to kneel down. In the kata we do this.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm still going to do the upward thrust. So this is like powerlifting, right? This one, I'm going to take you over. Yeah. Okay. So, go inside position, yeah. Here, yeah. Underneath.
And then it would be.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah. Going there. Underneath. take me over there. Yeah, over there. Yeah. 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 So, that one. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Let's look at let's go through to the finishing technique then, yeah? Since we're all doing that already. Okay, so get gripped, yeah. Okay. Work to the outside here, right? Try to break that grip, yeah? From here, right? Step through, hit, come through and underneath, yeah? And go for that backwards takedown, yeah? One more time. Okay, get gripped, yeah? Work the outside here, yeah? And through, hit, underneath, here, under the shoulder, backwards breakdown. Okay, good stuff. Other way, we're going to go for the kataguruma. Yeah, here, one. Slide underneath here, hit, here, kataguruma. Yeah, right. One more time. My kataguruma is not fantastic. You know, judo does it. It's a slip and straight in. One more time though. Yeah, pull in here. No, I didn't get him that time, but one more time. Yeah, let's try again. And again. One. Covering for the other hand. Yeah. You're supposed to act like you don't know that's coming. One in here. Yeah. Here. Right. And finish it. Yeah. So we have this 1, 2, 3. But really, this can be happening 1, yeah, 2, 3. It can be happening on the ground too, right? And striking, controlling. So, okay. So if you're no problems, no problems. If you're okay with doing kataguruma, and you're okay with being thrown kataguruma, you can practice it. If you're not okay with being thrown that way, don't do it. It's okay. Yeah, it's a pretty scary throw to be thrown. Yeah, but. So we've got 2, right? Outside and rear shoulder lock, or inside and kataguruma. Yeah. Okay. Give it a try. This is the last thing for the day, or last thing for the morning.
Inside is the shoulder lock.
Inside, right here, this one, and we're going to keep pursuing that through to here. Yeah. Yeah. If you end up on the inside. Sorry, and here, 1, and drop 3, and kataguruma. So we've got to tuck the head under here, yeah, and then pull forward there. Yeah, yeah, okay. Hey. Hey.
So we're coming inside.
Right, now you're going to go kataguruma for that position, yeah? Yes. Drop in, down to your knees, yeah, and Dan will go. Dan's going to come over this way. Yeah. The only way this works, you know, is if you commit to it and do it. Yeah. But
And then the other one when you put the reverse armbar.
Right. So when you get onto the outside there, there,
then
you're going to continue to move. No, you're going to go under his arm.
Under the arm.
Head under the arm. Under. Yeah. Turn, right, from to that position and do the takedown, yeah.
Okay, where's the palm strike in there?
Ah, okay, right. Yeah, I've done this, yeah? Yeah, sorry, this, yeah. Through here, underneath, yeah? 1, and
okay, so it's like clearing the arm.
Just clearing, yeah. There, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so get grabbed, right? 1, and then continue to go under here.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is dropping down. Yeah.
Especially with the tall, witty people.
One. Nice, nice, nice.
So he was actually subtracting this hand and then breaking this hand's gonna shoot under. Yep.
Oh, 鉄棒、鉄棒、気をつけて。そうそうそう。これはね、こう白でしょ。だから綺麗にこっちから行くけど、こうけ、just throw them backwards ね。後ろでも投げることできるでしょ。わかる？このなんていうの、この肩車のやり方は2つありますね。こうから投げると、just 完全後ろに投げることもあるんですよ。特に大きい人に対してこうバックがこの方ができるかもしれない。
足今みたいに、
はい、
このままだったら後ろに。
そうそうそう。いや。
この足邪魔する。
もうちょっとこっちに切る。同じことやってください。same same do same。同じもう一回。same thing。1、2、OK。そう。こうから完全後ろに投げることできる。そうそうそう。そう。
この前ね、アランさんこの乗っかったやつ。
あっちまではいかない。OK。こうからね、入って、ね、入って、ね、こうでしょ。ね、入って、こう、ね、こう。こう。ね。か、きれいに、one more time. You love this. I know you love this. One more. Yeah. Come in, right? One. Right. Yeah. そうそうそう。あっちでしょ。でもこれの方が早い。Okay, last 2 minutes, 1 minute maybe. Nice, yeah. Nicely landed too. Yeah, I was just saying, you know, there's the whole rotation and then there's like the half and dump from the back.
Dump to the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Ben and I are the throwing numbers for Sensei students. I like to tell them, it's okay, you can do this. I can do it without you throwing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll show them, come back a room, do it. And they say, all you have to do is get underneath there and I'll help you out. And,
Nice.
if they can throw him, that's like first level. If they can throw me, short and dump
Yeah.
we'll
Good
get you
stuff.
off on that one.
Exactly. Okay, yummy. Okay, so let's do the kata one more time and finish there. Okay, one more time, same places. So this now. Okay, Wanshu. Yoi. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Sitch, grip, in, underneath, sweep, clear, hit, hey, hit, hey, hey, turn, hey, right, from here, shuto, right, pull, itch, knee, to the front, itch, hey, look, pull back, hit, groin, up, pivot, right foot forward, left foot forward, shuto, and step forward to finish. Hey. Okay, good job guys, well done. Yeah, great job really. So let's stop for lunch there, thank you very much. Hey, any questions on, immediately on what we've been working on? Cool. So you can ask questions this afternoon about what we've done this morning. We'll start off with that. We'll start again at 2 o'clock. You guys going to do bentos for lunch or you know the options. So, okay, はい、どうぞ。